Mewtwo player. So Toon Link is Biddy's main character of choice.
Yep.
One of those characters that everyone kind of acknowledges is pretty strong, but you don't see him too much on the national scene. However, Biddy has just recently become power ranked in New Jersey. It was kind of a quiet season for like a lot of our heavy hitters.
Sure.
And also people moving out too. But Biddy has definitely seen his rise in the past few months. So he actually happens to practice against one of our other power ranked players who means Mewtwo, Zone, all the time. They came here together as well. So this could be bad news for Tux because Biddy's very experienced in the matchup, but who knows, man. Again, a nice treat of coming out. Actually, this guy's from South Dakota. This is probably the first player I've ever seen on a stream from South Dakota, so I legitimately have no clue how good Tux is.
Same here.
Good start here. He's drawing that first blood with the confusion.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing. I mean, South Dakota, such a rare area for Smash. I don't think I've ever seen Smasher coming out from there, but you can see maybe this is the big coming out party for him coming through here on Smashville Game 1 against Biddy. Now, Biddy, in terms of a threat in your region, how would you rank him in terms of, you know?
I believe he is top 10 on the PR. He definitely has wins on a lot of the top guys. He's solid. He's very solid, I would say. So I would be surprised to see Tux take him out. So, I mean, we could see the first upset of the day. But Biddy going for his custom move, or I'm sorry, his signature move there, the forward smash. That is, hands down, that is the Biddy around New Jersey. If you see a Toon Link forward smash, you'd be hard-pressed to hear somebody not yell that out immediately.
Move is so frustrating. It just holds you in it for so long.
Yeah, and it's kind of quick. It's frame 15, I believe, to, by comparison, Mewtwo and Falcon is 19. So it's a little bit on the faster end of forward smashes, but still kind of slow in its own right.
Now, this matchup looks particularly difficult for Mewtwo, and that may just be, you know, Biddy's proficiency, but it seems like he has a lot of difficulty in actually getting to the ground just because he is so floaty, and Toon Link can be so oppressive with those bombs. The boomerang can make it really hard for Mewtwo to land if he can't get those down tilt strings, and that's kind of Mewtwo's bread and butter in terms of racking up damage. Biddy's just not having any of it.
Yeah, Mewtwo's physics and character build are very unique in that he's tall, floaty, and very light, which can be a dangerous recipe against a zoning-based character like this, who also has tons of kill power and kill confirms off his projectiles.
Yeah. I mean, that bomb to fair. Ooh, you can see he was trying to wait for an air dodge there. It looked like he didn't want to just go for the bomb to fair. He wanted to go for the bomb into a forward smash if Tux committed to an air dodge, but he didn't take the bait. Smart on his part.
And he's just going for these confusions. He's like, hey, man, I opened up the game with this and it worked out, so maybe I'll get lucky twice.
Yeah.
Biddy just pinning him to the corner, but a very poor choice to go for the bomb pull there. He had him backed into the corner and just chose that option for some reason. Also, I think Tux may have been able to kill him with up throw.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was surprised that he just went for that move there, but instead he does get the forward air, kind of nods to himself.
Trying to get himself mentally back in this game right now, but Biddy on the verge of closing it out already, trying to blow up the two-frame return to the edge.
Oh, bomb, 2 forward air, not quite enough.
I feel like Tux was trying to just charge and then shield cancel the charge, but that does cost a few frames. There's a slight gap in between taking the Shadow Ball out and being able to put it away.
Oh, and I feel like that conversion was dropped, unfortunately. He only got 1 forward air. It seemed like Biddy was right there for another forward air. But Tux, I mean, he's kind of holding his own. He's slowly racking up this damage. Oh, kind of a misspace grab there, and he will pay for it. There's the forward air. I mean, Tux seemed a lot more comfortable kind of as it went on, was racking up damage slowly. I think he got a little impatient, kind of pulled the trigger a little bit too fast on that grab there, and he paid for it.
Mewtwo, definitely a character that struggles to deal with heavy zoning like that if he's not able to catch the character. And Toon Link being so mobile and so tiny, kind of reminiscent of Diddy Kong, especially when you factor in the projectiles.
Sure.
Definitely tough for him, and he also has a sword. Those are 3 things that Mewtwo hates.
Yep.
Speed, mobility, and swords. You often hear Mewtwo players complain about the Diddy Kong matchup, of course. Used to be Cloud, but I feel like people are now starting to lean towards thinking that's even. However, Toon Link brings all of these problems to the table for Mewtwo.
Yeah. Town and City is the choice here. Gonna have to see how this goes. A little bit of more of the same right now, starting off. Biddy just kind of keeping his distance, zoning with these bombs, trying to get a conversion. There's the Nair. Tries to go for the forward air, but again, I mean, Tux just not really converting like you would see, you know, maybe more top or seasoned Mewtwo's do. It seems like he's dropping things, unfortunately.
But Biddy with a real cute combo there, using the return trip of the boomerang to aid his combo there. And a forward tilt. You don't really see that too much from Toon Link. It's normally something that I guess really T brought to the table with Link, but Either way, Biddy still hanging on to a bit of a lead here. And there we go, the Biddy.
All the way off
Close
on
it
the
out.
side. And you could see the wheels turning in Tux's mind. I mean, he threw the Shadow Ball a little bit above Biddy, expecting him to jump into it. Really smart, because Biddy keeps doing, you know, these full hops into bomb pulls. But Tux just, unfortunately, it did not pay off for him. And right now, he's taking so much percent from Biddy. And as a glass cannon like Mewtwo is, I mean, 41%, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that character is so light, he could die at most points.
Yeah, 60 is definitely fair game to die to a forward smash by the edge from this character, and we already know that this guy's got a propensity to start going for that around this percent range. Oh,
there it is,
there we go. I'm telling you, man, I know my region.
You know what's up, absolutely. Trying to get these forward airs, but unfortunately just kind of misspacing. Nice down tilt, I like the idea there, but he does not follow up. And you can see, you know, the foundations there for Tux. It seems like he's got the ideas there, but the execution just isn't quite there, unfortunately. But
Also,
good stuff there.
Not many people very familiar in this matchup. I'm not sure how well-versed he is against Toon. I really don't know much about the South Dakota scene at all.
Yeah.
So maybe Tux can still...
Or the state in general, really.
Yeah, right. Hey, the presidents are there, you know, the faces. I hope their top 4 PR graphic is Mount Rushmore. I would be very upset otherwise. But anyway, back to the match. We got Tux clinging to life here as Biddy is really trying to close this one out. But he's in no rush. Of course, he plays Toon Link. He knows the character doesn't have too much in the way of aggressive approaches. And just going to hop over the Shadow Ball and land the forward air in the face.
Just a little bit too impatient, unfortunately. I mean, he had a great idea there with that up tilt. He seemed like he could make something happen, you know, kind of get the string going, but just a little bit too quick to pull the trigger on that, unfortunately. He tried to chase him a little bit too hard, and he did get punished for it. We got one replay for you guys coming up right now in the set, Biddy against Tux. And you can see him catch the bomb. Bomb to fair does not land, but, oh, you activated the trap. There it is.
Thought you was safe, baby.
Yeah, very unfortunate on that point. I mean, air dodging against Toon Link, especially into the ground, such a risky proposition. It's very difficult, even if you get away from one thing, especially if you're somebody like Mewtwo, not getting away from the second one.